Dear friends in Jesus Christ, peace be with you. Today, the Catholic Church celebrates the feast of the exaltation of the Holy Cross. Today's Gospel passage for our reflection is taken from the Gospel of St. John, chapter 3, verses 13 to 17. In this passage we see Jesus tells us, God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. And God did this through suffering, the suffering of his Son on the cross. Today's feast tells us that the cross is not a trap. It is a ladder that lifts us and others to God. There is Saint Gemma Galgani, an Italian mystic, and when we look into her life, we discover that she often suffered greatly from illness and mystical trials. In visions, Jesus once said to her, "Through your suffering I am saving souls." She did not run from her pain. Instead, she would pray, "Lord, not less. Give me more if it saves souls." Imagine that. She asked for more suffering, not to punish herself, but because she knew that suffering united to Jesus' cross could save lives and bring souls closer to God. St. Paul also tells us that we can fill up in our flesh what is still lacking in the sufferings of Christ for the sake of his body, the Church. That doesn't mean Jesus' suffering wasn't enough. It means he allows us to participate in his work of love. When St. Gemma was suffering, she realized God invites her to cooperate with his saving work by uniting her sufferings with Jesus's. Once Jesus said, "Unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains a single grain. But if it dies, it produces much fruit." Think for a moment about that little seed. When it falls into the soil, what happens? It is buried in the dark. The hard shell breaks. It seems like the seed is being destroyed. If the seed could speak, it might cry out, "I am breaking, I am dying." But that breaking is not the end. It is the beginning of transformation. From the brokenness comes life. From the death of the seed comes the green shoot, the stalk, and finally the fruit. Friends, every moment of suffering in our lives is like that seed falling into the soil. If we resist, if we complain, if we fight against it, the suffering remains just pain. But if we let go, if we surrender it completely into God's hands, something new begins to happen. Our pain becomes a seed for new life. The cross does not crush us, it changes us. It changes weakness into grace. So let us not resist the cross. Place it in God's hands. Trust that he is preparing new life, new fruit, new transformation. This is the heart of the cross. Amen.